Полную коллекцию слов ты найдешь по ссылке в описании. Копируй одним кликом и тренируй с умными тренажерами на wordbyword.io.
And.
I like tea and coffee.
И. But.
I tried, but I failed.
Но. Or.
Do you want tea or coffee?
Или. So.
It was late, so I went home. Так что, поэтому. Because. I stayed home because I was sick. Потому что. Although it rained, we went out. Хотя. Though. I enjoyed it, though it was long. Хотя. Однако. Even though he's rich, he's humble. Даже несмотря на то, что. However, there are some problems. Однако. Nevertheless, we must continue. Тем не менее. Nonetheless, progress was made. Тем не менее.
Yet.
It's simple yet effective. Все же. Однако. Still, there's more to do. Все еще. Тем не менее. Therefore, we need to act now. Поэтому, следовательно. Thus we can conclude. Таким образом. Hence the need for change. Следовательно. Отсюда. Consequently, results improved. Следовательно. Вследствие этого. Accordingly, we made changes. Соответственно. As a result, we succeeded. В результате. For this reason, I declined. По этой причине. Furthermore, there are other factors. Более того, кроме того. Moreover, the costs are high. Более того. In addition to this, there's more. В дополнение. Additionally, we need resources. Дополнительно. Besides, I don't have time. Кроме того. Also, I also think it's important. Также.
Too.
She came too. Тоже. As well. I'll come as well. Также. Тоже. Similarly, we found evidence. Аналогично. Подобным образом. Likewise, Likewise, other studies confirm. Подобным образом, также. In the same way. In the same way we proceeded. Таким же образом. On the other hand. On the other hand, it's expensive. С другой стороны. On the contrary. On the contrary, it helped. Напротив. In contrast. In contrast, results were negative. Напротив, в отличие. Conversely. Conversely, some disagree. Наоборот. Whereas others prefer tea. Тогда как, в то время как. While some agree, others don't. В то время как. Unlike him, she's patient. В отличие от. Instead we chose option B. Вместо этого. Instead of walking, we drove. Вместо. Rather than wait, I left. Скорей, чем. Вместо. Despite the rain, we went out. Несмотря на. In spite of difficulties, we won. Несмотря на. Regardless of cost, I'll buy it. Независимо от. Notwithstanding objections, we proceeded. Несмотря на. First, let me explain. Во-первых. Firstly, we need a plan. Во-первых. Second, consider the costs. Во-вторых. Secondly, there are risks. Во-вторых. Third, we need more time. В-третьих. Thirdly, there's the budget. В-третьих. Next, we'll discuss solutions. Затем. Далее. Then we move to phase 2. Затем. Потом. After that, we celebrated. После этого. Afterwards, we went home. Впоследствии. Finally, we reached agreement. Наконец. Lastly, I want to thank you. Наконец, в заключение. In conclusion, this is important. В заключение. To conclude, I'd like to add. В заключение. To summarize. To summarize the main points. Подводя итог. To sum up. To sum up, we achieved our goals. Подытоживая. In summary. In summary, results were positive. В итоге. Подводя итог. Overall. Overall, it was successful. В целом. All in all. All in all, it went well. В общем и целом. For example, consider this case. Например. For instance, look at this. Например. Such as. Fruits such as apples and oranges. Такой как. It's like. Cities like London and Paris. Такой как. Например. Namely. Two factors, namely cost and time. А именно. Specifically, I mean this point. Конкретно, в частности. In particular, this example. В частности. Very particularly important is safety. Особенно. Especially in this case. Особенно. Notably, results improved. Особенно. Примечательно. Including. Several factors, including cost. Включая.
As.
As it was late, I left. Поскольку. Так как. Since you're here, help me. Поскольку. Так как. Due to bad weather, we stayed. Из-за. Следствие. Owing to your help, we succeeded. Благодаря. Из-за. Because of the delay, we're late. Из-за. As a consequence, we lost money. Как следствие. So that. I left early so that I'd arrive on time. Так чтобы. Для того чтобы. In order to succeed, work hard. Для того чтобы. In order that we may proceed. Для того чтобы. Unless you hurry, you'll be late. Если не. Пока не. Provided that you agree, we'll start. При условии что. As long as you're happy, I'm happy. До тех пор пока. При условии.
If.
If it rains, I'll stay home. Если. Otherwise. Hurry, otherwise you'll miss it. Иначе. В противном случае. In fact. In fact, it's quite simple. На самом деле. Actually, I disagree. На самом деле. Indeed. Indeed, this is true. Действительно. Certainly. Certainly will help. Безусловно. Конечно. Of course. Of course I'll be there. Конечно. Obviously. Obviously this is wrong. Очевидно. Clearly. Clearly we need a new approach. Явно. Очевидно. Apparently. Apparently he left early. По-видимому. Presumably. Presumably they forgot. Предположительно. Undoubtedly. Undoubtedly this is the best option. Несомненно. Meanwhile. Meanwhile others were working. Тем временем.